Bold moves, stern poker faces, and courageous bets. This could only be the Party Poker Women's World Open 2. There's no mercy at this poker table. Female intuition is running hot. And with $50,000 first prize, will they play it ladylike or shall it get catty on the felt? Stay tuned for some fiery poker.
A lot of people seem to think that it's easier to play against women, but it actually isn't.
I find playing all women quite unnerving.
Women are a very good player and a very strong player.
You can look all you want, Emma. My face isn't going to change.
What do you say, baby?
Give her the chips.
Give me the money. Yes.
It would be incredible to have come away with a win.
Don't like losing. You want to win, obviously.
To me, that's what poker's all about.
Good evening, I'm Jesse May. It's time to begin the main draw of the Party Poker Women's World Open 2. 36 female players, over $100,000 in the prize pool, and the winner of each heat of 6 gets that express ticket to the final table. I'm thrilled to be joined by a poker superstar in any game, not one, not two, but a Robert Williamson III. Hi, Robert. Now, what is it about women playing poker? What characteristics do you think they share?
An interesting anomaly here. Women playing against men, they seem to take advantage of a man's instinct to try to dominate them, so they just kind of sit back and trap us. But women against women can turn into a cat fight real quick, and you'll see lots of action.
You know, all of a sudden, the last year, some women having huge results in the poker world.
Absolutely. Look at young Annette Oberstad, wins the World Series of Poker Europe, the youngest winner ever of a World Series of Poker bracelet. She did it at 18 years old.
Yeah, and put £1 million in the bank.
It's always good.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Let's have a look at who's playing tonight. Hold 'em and roll 'em. This heat's about to get underway. And a great lineup tonight. One player who we all should be familiar with is Emma Kennedy. We've seen her before in this tournament, Robert.
I like her work. I have to tell you right now, the slow go is the sure go. She was like the turtle that won the race. She dominated, not the whole way, but when it counted at the end of the celebrity match, and here she is to take on the rest of the girls in the first heat.
I'm with you. Definitely not out of her depth, but among the toughies at the table, Shelley Rubenstein, a poker journalist, a poker player. She's had plenty of experience in big games on TV. She can play. And of course, on the other side of the table, Michelle Orp, a poker TV presenter, but quite a player in her own right. She's played in this Women's World Open before, played on Sky, still waiting for that big victory, and who knows, it could be tonight. Chips on the table. 100,000 per player. Yellow's worth 1,000. Blues are 2, reds 5K apiece. And of course, the woman who garners the whole 6 in play go into that final table. And blinds are going to start at 1 and 2,000.
Yeah, cool.
If you were going to parachute down in there to one of these seats, is there what is the strategy? Is it to play more hands? Is it to play less hands?
Well, one of the two. I would either play less hands or more, but me, I like to play hands. I'd be playing more hands that open up my game, and especially in position. Seems like they're really respecting position here. So when somebody makes a raise in position, they're respecting it. I see it as they made a raise in position. That's not a respectable thing. Speaking of respectable, that's a respectable flop for Edwards. But Rubenstein decides to lead at it. Oh, she got a flush draw too.
Yeah, we got action here, and she's got about 6,000, which I think already makes this biggest pot so far tonight. I think the question is, if Shelley misses, is she going to fire another bullet?
Well, you know, I don't think she'll fire another bullet. I think she'll check now. I think she's recognized she's run into another pair. And I don't think we'll see another bullet fired right here. If she was in position and it came check to her, absolutely. Well,
12,000.
what little do I know?
That's not shitting about, is it?
She's not backing off, is she? This is my pot, says Rubenstein.
Well, I like bluffing with outs. It's called semi-bluffing. When you really have some outs, but yet you don't quite have a hand. She's got overcard and a hard draw.
She sold it well. That's the difference between winning and losing that pot, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Because they're not very good, are they, Michelle and Owen?
Nice play by Shelley Rubenstein. The victor goes the spoils. She was the aggressor. She took it down.
The poker goth has got a lot.
A lot of people seem to think that it's easier to play against women, but it actually isn't, because there's not anything you can do in terms of turning on your womanly charms, because everyone has them here. There's no flashing of cleavage because everybody has one. So it's really about just good play, be solid, don't make silly moves, but you know, if you can make a few moves, do it. When you come and play this format as well, there's only one winner, so you know there isn't really any time for sitting back, but you've got to play to win, otherwise there's no point in being here.
But we should just get our cards to place up.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Just
Sounds like some Michelle Bork is preaching to the other girls that, hey,
What's wrong with that?
just,
Nothing.
you know, powder puff poker.
She's quite comfortable in front of the cameras, Michelle. She does a lot of poker presenting. She's hanging out with poker players, playing, talking all the time. It just sort of when you immerse yourself in that world, you know, it really helps you when you're on the stage like this.
Absolutely.
I believe Lisa has raised here from the button again. She plays her button, you know, like as you say, it's her own child.
Yeah, well, she treats her button like it's Fort Knox and you ain't coming in to get my gold.
And this is the second time that Emma has defended, say, rather loosely from the small blind.
Very loosely, actually. Well, this is the kind of problems that can develop from defending with these types of hands. Of course, now with the flush draw on the flop, she's coming for it.
Emma's, Lisa's representing the ace, and I think Emma's buying it.
Yeah, well, even funnier is, oh, what a card that was. We might see some action now. That gives Edwards 3 threes. Kennedy got the flush. Wow.
Money card, really, huh?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And
I think we're going to see significant action here.
it's a big bet.
18. You know, in that spot, if I'm Kennedy, Emma, gotta go ahead and powder this thing. Gotta raise it. There you go. That's the play.
She has. It's not a huge raise. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's basically.
I would have raised a little more than that. I just don't want to see another club come off in case she has the queen of clubs, or given her, you know, just if there's enough money in the pot, I probably would have raised a little more, but instead, Emma Kennedy chose to milk her, and it could work here.
Well, I mean, Lisa's got a big decision here because she knows she doesn't look like she has 3 threes. I mean, her hand is deceptive.
Yeah.
Is there any way that Emma could have raised her with a hand
that Edwards could still beat? It could be an ace with the queen of clubs or ace with the jack of clubs. That could be the range of hands that Kennedy has.
Emma is just cool as a winter day. But she would be. She's got a flush.
Well, you know, it's easier to calm your nerves when you got the second nut flush. But the board is paired. She could be beat.
Now she's trying to talk. She's trying to talk Lisa into calling, isn't she?
Well, and then Lisa Edwards said, if I pass, will you show? Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, tournament director Mad Marty Wilson has put the clock on Lisa Edwards, Robert.
30 seconds and counting down.
If she doesn't act on her hand in 30 seconds, it'll be deemed dead. Sure is lonely out there.
And looky here. Wow.
She's
a pretty
passed.
big laydown. I'm not sure if it's the correct play over time, but she chose to lay it down.
And looking at the leaderboard, Emma Kennedy.
She picked up right where she left off, and she's back now battling hard. She played that hand quite well, actually.
Coming up,